welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today's video is going to be all about your spiritual journey. It's going to be, we're going to talk about your past, and we're only going to talk about this lifetime unless Spirit wants to bring forward something about your past life. I think I'm going to do a separate video about past lives and about your past lives and what got brought into this life to clear. So that'll be a different time, a different video. We're going to talk about your past in this life and what your past was there to teach you, and the purpose of it, whatever Spirit wants to talk about regarding your past, in regards to your spiritual journey. And then we are going to talk about your present, what's going on in your present, what it is that right now is teaching you, and then we are going to talk about your future and what Spirit will bring forward regarding your future and where everything up until now is leading you. So this is exciting. I felt very excited to do this reading. Also, I did make an Instagram, so I'll leave my Instagram name down below for inspirational content, channeled writing, any messages that I feel called to share. I will post on that. Also, I'll leave info for personal readings down below. I am doing a special, like I said in a previous video, so I'll leave all that down below. And yeah, so whatever group you feel called to, group number 1 is going to be the citrine. Number 2 is going to be this blue stone. And number 3 is going to be the lapis lazuli. And I will leave a close-up before going into the readings. So if you need some extra time, just take a moment and meditate on which group you feel called to, and I will see you in your number 1. Welcome to your reading about your spiritual journey. So we are going to start off with your past right away. So I have a card pulled, or I pulled 2 cards for your past. So your tarot is the Magician, and with the Magician, Sunflower. Expansion and new opportunity, the number 26. So these are your cards for your past in regards to your spiritual journey. Family is a very big component here. What I'm picking up here is that if this resonates, you come from a family that was very close-knit, a family full of love. And if this doesn't apply to you, this is general reading, so just take what resonates. But you've been a light to people in your life without you even really recognizing it. Like, I feel like you are a very joyful person, somebody who is a natural leader. You might even be like a Leo or a fire sign. Your energy is very bright, and you've been kind of the glue that holds your family together. And your past, in regards to your spiritual journey, I almost feel like you were brought here to share your light. Like, you're a light worker. You're meant to share your light with people, and it's just who you are. It's not anything that you have to do or try to be. I don't feel like you have necessarily been exposed to the dark, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean that you have never been through anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in regards to spirituality, there are people who have had to experience the dark side of it. And that is a part of their journey and their karma and their generational lineage, And some people don't have to. And that might sound crazy because it's like we think that everybody does, but that's not the case. Some people don't have to experience the dark side of spirituality and the dark side of life. Um, like clearing like clearing karma. And I hope this makes sense. It's like I don't want to offend anybody and make you seem like, oh, you've never been through anything. Like that's not what I'm trying to say at all. It's just your path in particular has been about you just being you being a light for people who do have to work through their shadow and do have to work through dark sides of their self and darkness within themselves that they have to clear, that are a part of their journeys. And you are already ascended. Like you came into this life as the magician. You didn't have to become it. You already are. Like you were born the magician. You were born knowing your power, knowing you can have anything you desire in life. And it's like I see you being a light, and then the people around you are kind of like struggling and are trying to work through their stuff, and it's like you're just there and you understand and have always understood that everybody has their own journey, which is profound. Like even for myself, the amount of healing I've had to do to even be able to see that in my family, be able to see my family as having their own journeys, and that's why they were a certain way or treated me a certain way. You grew up knowing that already. That's something you didn't have to heal to learn. It's something you came into this life with, that wisdom. And the sunflower, like I just feel like you are a light. Like this card just makes me feel so happy and so abundant, and it's like you've just always been a happy kid. I feel like maybe some of you actually went through some health issues growing up, and your family was it very inspired with how you handled things, or you had something traumatic happen that somebody, a regular person or somebody who's not healed or somebody who is not you, would have fallen apart. But you dealt with it in such a mature way for a child that your family was inspired by that and was like, who am I to, like go through life cursing such small inconveniences when my child went through such a traumatic experience and came out of it awakened. Like that's what I see. I see you, like, I see somebody who went through a very traumatic, like, illness or experience, and as a child or as a teenager in your young life, and just no matter what, you knew that you were going to make it out of it. You knew that there was more for you. You had that understanding that whatever is your fate is your fate. You've always had that understanding. You are like an ascended soul. And you're here literally to shine your light and to be just to show people like, hey, like it doesn't matter what you go through. There's a higher purpose, and there's a way out, and you're supported. Like no matter how it ends up, it's like it's meant to end up that way. Like things that are out of your control, there's nothing you can do about things that are out of your control except be positive and look at the bright side and focus on what you do have, what you are capable of, what you can do with this experience, and not so much focus on what you can't do, what you don't have anymore, or what this is taking away from you, but the bigger grand scheme of things. That's like, wow, that's very amazing. So let's go to your present. Material harvest. So right now, I don't know why, but like you see how he has like the food and stuff. I don't know if you volunteer or you're into volunteering, or maybe you're looking into volunteering or creating your own organization to help children or youth or people who are not as fortunate. Especially this video is going to be timeless. This reading is going to be timeless, but when I'm filming this, it's around the holidays. So I don't know if you're looking into something like that, or you might be involved in politics, or you might be some sort of speaker about an experience you had, and you go around and speak to people about, like, you're like an activist, because there are the columns in the back, and it's reminding me of like somebody who's a speaker or leader of some sort who's speaking about an advocate for something. I'm hearing something about lupus. I don't know if you struggled with lupus or do struggle with lupus, um, or have a mother that has lupus. My nose is starting to run. That's interesting. Um, so you're present right now. I feel like you're sharing your abundance. I don't know if you are well off financially, but I do feel like you are now giving back. It's like you made it through something, and you feel called to give back, and I feel like that's what a part of your spiritual journey is right now. That's like the main purpose for you right now, is to give back and again share your light with people, whether that's giving back through speaking, or maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you post on Instagram, maybe you are like trying to share some inspiration with people that are maybe going through what you went through, and you're sharing like what you have with others. You're not just keeping it to yourself, or you are trying to obtain a material, like you're trying to obtain physical abundance so that you can help others in that way. Like, you don't want to be financially abundant just for yourself. You want this abundance so that you can share it with others, so that you can be in a place mentally, physically, spiritually, in a sanctuary that you live in, your home, and you're financially stable. You're not worrying and stressing about money, so that you're able to help others during this time and in the future, and also maybe help your family. You want to give back to your family for supporting you and you know, loving you, and you just want to give back to them. Yeah. So for your future, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? All of this has led up to I'm hearing something about the public eye. I feel like you are meant to be seen by a lot of people. You are meant to be heard by a lot of people. And I see you not necessarily knowing how to go about it. I feel like right now is a great time for you to put yourself out there on the internet. I feel like that's a good start. I feel like that's not necessarily, you want to reach a lot of people. This is probably the best way to do that right now, especially. Um, and just start somewhere. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start. Just share your message. Share your message, and I feel like you're going to be very heard. And it's all about trusting your guidance. So I feel like meditating will also be very good for you. Getting out in nature, taking time to really dig deep and think about, like, how do I want to share this? How do I want to help people? I really feel like you are going to be involved in food drives and like some sort of charity revolving around feeding people. And um I just heard something about the elderly as well, helping the elderly, like getting involved in the community in some way. I feel like that will be very, that's a part of your purpose. Like, I definitely see you doing that. And so you've gotten to a point in your spiritual journey where you're in a place to give back, and that's like the all-time high. It's like you go through your lessons, your karmic lessons, and whatever your journey is about, in order to be in a place to give back, because your cup is always full. And I feel like you are so full of light and love. It's like you just want to share it, and you're in a place to do that. So it's like trial and error. I feel like trying different things is going to help you as well to know like what way you're meant to share your light. And I feel like it's multiple. I'm also seeing like you in hospitals, hospice maybe. Also like Reiki healing you might want to get involved in. They do like some hospitals want volunteers to do Reiki in hospice, so you might want to look into that. And I'm gonna read this from the book for you. If I can find it. Okay. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. What is your soul calling you to do? So that kind of plays in. I feel like it's like just take that first step, and Spirit's saying they're going to support you. Like this is what you're meant to do. And whatever you really feel called to do, just do research, look into it, see what you feel the most drawn to do. I'm also seeing somebody with like intention oil, cleansing a candle to do like candle magic. I don't know if that's something you've been looking into. I feel like that'd be beneficial to you to do some research on that if you don't already know how to set intention doing that, or like manifesting that way. I feel like setting intention in some physical way, some magical way will help you to get clear on what it is that you want to do, and will help you get creative. Citrine is the solar plexus, like getting or the sacral. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not like. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on the chakras, but I always get the sacral and the solar plexus mixed up. So just don't take my word for it. But I know that this crystal is really good for like creativity, and so I feel like you might want to work with citrine and kind of get creative on how you go about things. Like make it come from your soul. Let it come from your inner guidance. Maybe shut your phone off and like not watch other people and what they're doing for a little bit, maybe just for a day or so, and kind of just work off of your own inspiration and your own guidance from your own spirit team and from your own higher self. And I feel like you're going to be the most inspired that way because it's authentic to you. And that's the key, is making things original. So group number 1, that is your reading on your spiritual journey thus far and where it is taking you. I hope that this helped. And leave your comments down below if this resonated. And I'm going to move on to group number 2. Welcome to your reading about your soul's journey in this lifetime. You picked this teal-ish turquoise type. No, that's turquoise. This is like teal. I don't know. I gotta find out what stone this is, but it's pretty. So you chose that stone. I don't know why I'm picking this up, but some of you might have like a connection to the ocean or live by the ocean, or you want to live by the ocean. Like you just have a very strong affinity to water. You might be a water sign as well. So let's start with your past in this lifetime and what your soul's journey up to this point has been about, what your past was about. So for your tarot, you have the Queen of Cups, water. um, so you could be a water sign. I'm getting strong, like you might be Piscean or Scorpio. What's the other? Wow. Cancer. Duh. Okay. For your color cards, you have grapefruit, generous energy, and echinacea, inner strength and immunity. So these are your 3 cards for your past. Whew. I'm hearing overcoming adversity. I feel like you've had to learn a lot about gaining control over your emotions. The Queen of Cups is somebody who's a master of their emotions. She is able to give as well as receive in a healthy way. And as I say that, you have generous energy. But it's like your generosity comes from your heart. It's not coming from a place of obligation. It's not coming from a place of giving your power away. And your past has been about gaining strength within. I'm getting very strong empath vibes from you. I feel like in your past you have been extremely drained by others. People have taken advantage of your kindness. People have taken advantage of your generosity. They've taken advantage of how much, even emotionally, you give to people. You allow people to cry on your shoulder and vent to you. And it got to a point with people that you had to set very strong boundaries. And that was a very big lesson for you in your past. That I feel like these are very empowering cards, so I do feel like you have like overcome this, but I do absolutely feel that as an empath, this has been one of your biggest struggles in your life. You have went through life feeling very drained, isolating yourself from others, falling off the face of the earth because of the people you're around and them draining you, you not realizing why, and then coming to find out that, oh, I am picking up on everybody's energy and I'm allowing people to take my energy, take from my cup, and I'm not even realizing that I have to fill it. I have to maintain it. Like, this is, I can't just freely allow people to pull from me when I have nothing to give. And so you learned a lot about generosity. This is something I can relate to a lot. Giving from a place of love, giving from a place of wanting to give. You're coming from a different place than maybe you did in the past. Like in the past, you felt like you had to give to certain people. You felt like you had to listen to people vent. Like you just felt obligated to help people in your life in that way when you just weren't in a good place yourself. And you would hold that in because it's like these people kind of bulldozed over you. Not saying that you are like a doormat, but as an empath, you care about people. You have trouble putting your foot down because you don't want to hurt anybody. So you'll put others' feelings first, even if they're not putting your feelings first, because they're clearly not. If they're venting to you, not even asking you how you're doing, not even asking you about yourself and what you're dealing with, if you're okay. It's always you being that person that's caring about others when the people around you weren't even recognizing that you're a human being yourself and have feelings and go through things as well. So this is a big thing that I see you have overcome and have realized. A big realization in your past is recognizing that you have empathic abilities and that these abilities had to be reeled in. I'm hearing fallout with a friend. So I don't know if it was like some sort of breaking point with a friend in particular, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, something. I'm just seeing friend, like something with friend in it. So and I'm staring at the number 5, which the number 5 for me is like a tower moment, the tower card, which is a shift, or things kind of crumbling, things taking a turn, you know, like just a big shift in something. And I feel in this case it was a shift in you recognizing, like, this person makes me feel like shit. Like, when I'm around this person, when I talk to this person, I don't feel good. I feel like when I get off the phone with them, or when after I hang out with them, I just want to go, like, I just want to disappear, and I don't want to be around anybody. I have no energy to give to anybody else. And I feel like you came to this recognition and you were like, you know what, like, anybody that makes me feel this way does not deserve my energy. Like, they gotta fix what they got going on, and that's not for me to do. That's not my responsibility. Yes, I'm an empath. Yes, I have gifts, but that doesn't mean I have to be this martyr and help everybody and save everybody, because a lot of the time people don't want to be saved, and they have to, you know, go down their own journey and deal with that themselves, and that's not for you to deal with. So that's what your past has taught you. It's all been about you being able to set boundaries emotionally for yourself, so that you can, you know, take care of yourself and put your needs and yourself first, and recognize that you have needs. Recognize that you have needs too, and desires too, and you have standards in any relationship, and friendship. It's like you have to come with something. I can't be the only one giving support. I can't be the only one, you know, listening. I can't be the only one giving. You have to give too. Like, we have to meet each other halfway, or I'm not allowing you in my life, because my energy is sacred. What I have, my gifts, are sacred, and I'm not just sharing that with just anybody, especially people who are draining. And that's the realization you've come to. Yeah, it's like you're a master of your empathic abilities and your emotions, and you're able to say no. You're able to draw that line. You're able to cut people off. You're just like, you know what, like, I value my peace way too much to allow an energy vampire to take what's precious to me and what I've been gifted, when there will be somebody out there who actually appreciates what I have to offer and my gifts. And I honestly feel like you might be trying to pursue some sort of career with your abilities. And being an empath, I don't think is your only ability, but that's the one that I feel is your strongest ability. And I feel like I'm getting such strong Pisces energy. Like, you're so in tune with your emotions and other people's emotions. And I feel like a blue crystal will be very beneficial to you, or like just some sort of blue or green crystal will be beneficial to you. So let's move into your present. For your present, you have wisdom. Also, again, the number 5. So the number 5 for you guys is very significant. I feel like you might have come to this realization very recently. Very recently. I think you it's like now in the present, you gain the wisdom. You gain the wisdom from these experiences you've had of you constantly being drained. And I feel like you're wanting to share the wisdom you gained with others. So I'm getting like major life coach vibes, major like relationship coach. Very interesting. I feel like you want to specialize in like relationships, and that's like any relationships, like just how people deal with others, and like what a healthy relationship is. You might be also writing a book, or wanting to write a book about this, like about your experiences in regards to dealing with others, and like love languages, and like how to have healthy friendships and relationships. And that's what, very interesting. Like, you have this knowledge that is waiting to be shared. See how he has the book hidden, and these people, he's hiding it from these people. It's like you're working on something. You actually might have a dog as well that you is like a child to you. I don't know. That dog caught my attention. So your present moment is about you taking all of what you learned and putting that, making that into something physical, bringing all your knowledge and your wisdom forth and making it into anything. It could be a video, it could be a book, it could be a seminar, a business, a practice. It could be you getting a degree in psychology and then having your own practice in relationship counseling, like, or marriage counseling, like something along those lines. I'm feeling for you. And if you don't feel this, if this doesn't resonate, like, that's fine. But it might be something that you want to maybe look into if this is all kind of making sense to you. Regardless if the storyline is leading you to wanting to work with people and relationships, regardless, your present moment is about sharing your wisdom. So whatever you have learned in your past, now is the time to share it in whatever way you feel called to. So this is your future. I love this. I didn't look at any of these cards before I pulled them. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So that's what I was just saying. So this is where this is leading you. To share your voice. Share your wisdom with others. I really am seeing this group having some sort of practice and having a niche with relationships and like marriage relationships and friendships and helping people deal with others. That's what I'm really picking up on with this group. Also, for some reason, I'm getting the color blue. Blue and green are like super significant, but mostly blue in this group. I don't know if blue is significant in any way to you. Blue is the color of like regality, is what I heard. You're gonna be a teacher in some way. Like I see you wearing like almost like a business suit, but like you're like a counselor or a therapist of some sort. That's what I'm seeing. Like you're a great listener. So I'm gonna read this card from the book for you. All right, so share your voice. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. Okay, so it could be in regards to a relationship. That might be why I'm picking up on a relationship so strongly. It's like maybe you're meant to use the wisdom that you gained and maybe speak up in a relationship you're in. Very interesting. Or there's one relationship in particular that had such a huge effect on you that kind of drove you into this like desire to share your voice about this. I'm actually hearing something about like maybe an abusive relationship. Trigger warning. You might have been involved in a relationship that was very abusive and traumatizing, and your wisdom that you gained from that experience, you're feeling called to share that. So this is telling you, yes, like this is like, do it. Whatever resonates for you in this reading, like do it. This is like clear cut. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. My nose is running, by the way, too, so that means that I'm on point. That's like a new thing, I guess. That never happens to me. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those who can hear you. I'm getting chills because this group, I really feel like if you're in a situation right now that is not safe, that you feel fearful of leaving, Spirit wants you to pray. Use your voice, pray, and you will be led out. But it's ultimately going to be up to you. But if you want a way out, Spirit will give you that way out. And they just want you to open up to them. If you're on this video, you obviously have some sort of relationship with Spirit. And you're going to be okay. Like, that's what they're telling me to say. Like, you're going to be okay. And you're protected. So whatever you choose to do, there's going to be a way to get out. And your voice is going to be the most beneficial tool in order to move forward. And if you're still in this right now, one day you're going to share your story with others and help others in your current situation. And if this is a past situation that you were in, you're meant to share this now because it could help somebody who is in your situation and give light. Your voice is going to help others, and your experiences are going to help others. And this experience was not in vain, basically, is what they're saying. It's like, yes, it was so painful. Yes, you lost yourself completely, and you allowed somebody to take advantage of you, but you didn't know any better. And now you do. So you're going to help others to find their power, to use their voice. It's like if nobody shared their voice and shared what they've been through, we would have no idea that others are going through what we're going through half the time, you know? And so you're being called to share your voice in whatever way you can, whether you feel stuck and all you can do is pray. That's like beyond beneficial, and it's going to lead you to better. It's going to lead you out of your situation and lead you to clarity, and so you know what to do, and to possibly suck up your pride and tell somebody, or to even just realize that, like, this isn't okay. It could even be just somebody who's very verbally abusive toward you, and it's like you feel obligated to still be in contact with them. And you're kind of just going to get to a point where you're like, I get it. Like, I get it now. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. And if not now, then in the future. The near future. So, group number 2, I hope this gave you some clarity about your soul's purpose in this lifetime and your journey thus far, where you're going. I will leave info for readings down below and my Instagram, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. I'm going to move on to group number 3. Welcome to your reading about your soul's journey this lifetime. You chose the Lapis Lazuli. I don't know why I like saying that, Lapis Lazuli. I'm weird. Okay. So let's start with your past. So for your past, you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords. Right away, like right away, you've been through a lot of karmic lessons in your life. I almost feel like your life, it's like there was a point that like your life was one way and then there was a point where it turned to be completely other way. This might not even have happened yet. We'll get into your future and everything and your present about like what's happening or gonna happen in regards to this, or if I'm on point. Um, or you've had multiple times in your life where it's like it was a before and after, if that makes sense. Like it's like you were in a relationship or something, and then it's like after that relationship, it's like that was a end point, and then it's like life was completely different after that, or you had an experience or some sort of like traumatic event happened, and it's like life was never the same after that. If that, I hope that makes sense. But the wheel and the page of swords, it's just, I'm just getting lessons, like so many. That's just what I'm getting. I'm just getting lessons and cycles, and your past has been about clearing karmic things, like just a lot of healing, a lot of generational curses you've had to break. It hasn't been easy. It's been a very, I'm seeing like a roller coaster, like it's been a roller coaster ride for you. And I am sensing some peace though. Like I feel like you've done the majority of the work in regards to the heavy karmic lessons, like the things you've had to work through for your family's sake. I feel like you were called or brought here to clear the energy of your lineage and start a new legacy for your family, for your lineage, and for your future generations. Your other card for the past is Buttercup. What does that say? Sweet Surrender, and the number is 22. Yeah, I just got chills. You know what I'm getting from this? Like, your ancestors that are watching over you and guiding you, and whose karma you are clearing, it's like you are their baby, basically. Like, they watch over you so heavily. It's like you are their baby. I promise, with this group, there were times in your life where you were in a situation that you just did not understand how you walked out of, without any repercussions, without getting caught, maybe without dying, like without being hurt more than you were. I'm getting somewhat emotional, but I feel like your ancestors have really been protecting you and guarding you, even in times that you were making mistakes, times that you were fucking up, like you were just hurting so bad because it was just so heavy what you had to clear. Like you had bouts of depression, possibly, trigger warning, suicidal thoughts or attempts. You just experienced a lot of inner turmoil that drove you to possibly addiction issues, mental illness, just all sorts of ailments that you've had to overcome in your life that have all been due to the stress you were under because of how much you took on. But Spirit wants you to understand that you chose this, and it wasn't just about you. It was about everybody that came before you. You, in healing yourself, in choosing to keep going, you healed a whole line of your ancestors. And that is why they watch over you so heavily, because it's like you are the chosen one of your family. You are the chosen one. You were meant to fulfill this destiny so that future generations, your children, their children, like, they're going to experience different than you and your ancestors. They're going to have a life of being able to share their light and their selves without, having to fight as hard as you and your family had to. So your past has been about healing, and clearing out cycles and really learning um, about sacrifice. You came here sacrificing a majority of your like younger years to serve a higher purpose, and it's like you just don't you didn't understand that at the time. I guarantee at this point you feel that there's so much more to what you went through, and you're right. Like, you're absolutely right. I feel like there were probably times that like you were depressed, or you were just so you were struggling so bad and you just didn't understand why. And it's like now you realize, like, I was clearing things that weren't even mine, and that's why it didn't make sense to me, and why I just knew too much. Like, I feel like you grew up knowing way too much, and people who are the most intelligent have the most bouts of depression, and people who care a lot about the world and about others, they feel the pain of the collective. And I feel like you feel the pain of the collective, and you've gone through your life feeling the pain of the collective and wanting to do something about it, and you have been without even knowing it. You subconsciously knew, your soul knew why you had to go through these things, but your human self obviously could not make sense of that at the time, because you were just dealing with just getting through the day. And again, if you've had experiences that you just don't understand how you made it out, Spirit is here to tell you, like, they protected you, and they protected you because that's a message. Your ancestors could not do this themselves. You stepped up to the plate and did this because you were actually the most capable. And because you made that sacrifice, they protected you from a lot more than, like, not saying that not everybody's protected, but like you in particular, because of what you took on, they vowed to protect you mostly from yourself. The darkness you had to go through, they protected you from the repercussions of that. You maybe possibly, trigger warning, trying to harm yourself, or even in like subconscious ways, like just not even realizing that you are doing that, or like not caring about your being reckless with your life, basically not necessarily being conscious of why you're doing certain things or why you're living recklessly. There was a lot that you went through, and it's like you were protected by your ancestors through that time. And it's because they needed you in one piece, and you deserve to be in one piece. Like, they were not going to let you crumble to the point of having to experience even more turmoil in your life. So they vowed to protect you from any physical harm that would keep you from living a full life after clearing all of this karmic stuff, lessons, and clearing all of the ancestral karma and generational curses, and gaining the knowledge needed to move forward and help others do the same. So that's why you're still in one piece, because your ancestors vowed to protect you for healing them. It was a deal. Because before you came here, you and your spirit team and God knew how hard it would be. So that was their vow to you. That isn't that the most like beautiful message? Like, I'm speechless. Okay, so wow. So let's move into your present. Firm foundation. Look at that. From this card, I'm getting strength. This built a strength in you that is unbreakable. And the triangle here, the Trinity, the number 3, the Trinity could hold value to you um, in some way, or the number 3 could hold value to you. You might see 333. I was just feeling this, and I didn't know if I wanted to say it, but I'm going to. Your card, this card is number 222, and the number 2 is about connection and balance and relationships. And then the Trinity, the number 3, is also for me about relationships that are divinely guided. And with the triangle, it's like, the way I look at it is like you, your person, and God. Like, it's a relationship that is just between you, this person, and God. And I feel like a big gift that you're going to be given very soon is a soul connection, like your person, basically. I feel like you've just never had that person that's really been there for you, that's really like done right by you. And in building your strength and in building this firm foundation within yourself, being so sure of yourself that it's like nobody can tear me down. And I know my worth, and I know I'm not going to settle for anybody less than what I've already dealt with. Like, I need somebody who's going to give me 50 or 100, you know? So you're going to be gifted with a partnership. I'm hearing the number 28. I don't know if that's significant. This person might be 28, might be the 28th of a month. You might be 28, or when you are 28 is when you will meet this person. But the number 28 is very significant. The number 28, when you are 28 or when this person is 28, is when you will get married. If you value marriage, or it'll be when a step is taken further in your connection. I'm also hearing the month January, and I'm hearing the number 21, like the 21st. So sorry, hold on. Yeah, it's the 28th of a month. And that can be whenever, but just the 28th of a month is going to be very significant in regards to this union. I'm trying to see if I'm picking up anything else on this union. It's the fact that this is coming up in your present, that this message is coming through while talking about your present. I almost feel like, I'm not saying that you know this I don't think you know this person already. This is somebody that's going to be new. I just heard New Age of Aquarius, so it's going to be after the New Age of Aquarius, which I think is in the end of December or it's January. I'm not sure. One of those. But after that point, it's going to bring in this union, and I feel like 2021, you might meet this person, but I almost don't feel like it's going to lead to a union right away. I feel like you guys are going to almost collaborate on something, and you're going to be friends first. You're going to be not necessarily business partners, but I feel like you guys have like a mutual passion, and you guys are going to be working together on something, and then it leads to more, if that makes sense. Like, this might be for just one person, like, I don't know, but I do feel for this group that you are going to be experiencing a divine connection, a soul connection that is divinely guided at some point, as a gift for everything you've been through. Like, this is like your person. I almost feel like you may say a lot, like, I don't want to come back here. Like, when you reincarnate or whatever, like, I don't feel like you feel like you want to come back to this world. I feel like you want to this to be your last lifetime here. And if that is the case, you're going to meet this person who's your closest, like, soul connection, that is brought to you by God, the universe, whatever you believe in, the highest source of love there is bringing this together. So your future, soul family. Like, ugh, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You're going to be calling it, like, you're going to be attracting a lot of people that are a part of your soul family, like friends, lovers that maybe turn into friends, or like stuff. Like, you're going to be meeting a lot of people that you have a soul connection with. And this person, this divinely guided connection and partner, your life partner, is going to be within, like, in these people that come in. Whether you meet them through a friend that you meet or whatever. I'm gonna read the the book definition. It is time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at soul level. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you have already found them, then you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune into what kind of support you need now. Call in your support team now. This person is going to be a part of your support team. And I feel like they're going to start off as just a supportive friend. Somebody who's, like, you guys have some sort of similarity in work or in a passion or a project. You guys have, like, a mutual, something in common that helps you both to really understand each other and understand each other's lifestyle. That's what I'm seeing. Like, this is what's, like, you guys have the same lifestyle, which is very interesting. And you're going to collab. I just keep hearing collab. You're going to collab with this person. And it's kind of just going to start that way. And then eventually it's going to turn into more as you get to know each other and as you maybe do more projects together. And it's like you're both so focused on work and projects. And then eventually you're just like, hold up. You're like, you like fall in love with each other. You just all of a sudden just start falling in love with each other. Like, it's just like a snap. It's like at first you're brought together for one thing, and then God's like, all right, snap. Like, now it's time for you guys to, like, build something, a family foundation, like to co-create together. Yeah. And I feel like this is one of your biggest gifts in this lifetime. And this is something that you feel you've never really had, which, at least in the physical, you've never really had, like, a partner or, like, a relationship that was truly fulfilling for you, and somebody who was on the same level as you in regards to the love you have to give. And that's what this gift is, and that's why it's taken, I feel, so long, and why you've had to clear a lot. And that was your number one purpose at first. And now is about you creating a foundation for yourself so that you're stable within yourself. So that's getting your own place maybe, or creating a sense of, like, a source of income for yourself, or multiple sources of income, and creating a foundation for you so that you're already stable. You're already in a place where you don't need anybody. And then this person's going to come in and kind of be like a cherry on top. Like, you're not going to need this person, and this person's not going to need you, because they're going to be in a very stable place themselves. And so it'll be very beautiful with your union, because you're both coming from a whole place, and you're not together because of trauma. You're together because you actually enjoy each other's company, and you bring something positive to the table, and you guys make each other's lives more fulfilling and have the same values and have so much in common but you guys also have like a balance of learning different things from each other that maybe each other lacks. So that's really beautiful. I also see a lot of friends and a lot of like just fun times with meeting people who are more like you and have more in common with you. So if you feel very lonely right now in trying to build a stable foundation, Spirit is saying like before you know it, you're gonna have like a whole support team, a whole community that is supporting you and that is like you never thought there were people like this out there that are like you. And so you're gonna be very surprised, but it's going to kind of I'm seeing like I just keep seeing like that like a sudden just change in events, and it's just gonna be like whoa, like hold up, like where did this all come from? But it's gonna be your life going forward is gonna be more blissful and more peaceful. Of course, there's never like a final destination in this lifetime. It's we still have to dig deeper, and but it's like you're gonna be able to enjoy more of your life because you're not having to deal with the darkness, the heaviness that you've had to before. So group number 3, that's your reading about your soul's journey. It was super. That was a great way to end this video off. So I will leave my info for personal readings down below, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day.